Okay guys, we're going to go over this homework here. It says sketch the graph of the first two cycles of y equals sine theta, then label your graphs to show the following positions of the passenger and the screamer. Okay, so let's say this is like 1 and that this is a -1. And then let's say this is, we'll go by 30s. It says 2 cycles, huh? Well, screw that. I'll just do 1 cycle. Sorry, folks. Okay. So, when you get on, right, you're at seat 0 and you're at height 0. Right, and then at 30 degrees, you're at height 1/2. And at 90 degrees, you're as high as you can be. Right, and then just before 30 degrees at 150, you're at 1/2 again. And at 180, you're back down at a height of 0. So you basically, we're you go around, here's 90 degrees, the highest, then now back at 0. So here we are, and then here you're at 1/2 again. And then 270, you're at the farthest you can be. Then here you're 1/2. And then here you're at 0. So then basically that's the bottom half of the circle. So now we're back at, remember this is the height. These are the heights, right? 30 degrees, halfway there, 90 degrees, all the way there, 150, halfway down, 180, all the way down, 210, halfway down the pit, 270, all the way down at the pit, and then 330, halfway down the pit, 360, all the way there. Okay, so the passenger gets on initially. I'll just label them by the letter. So this is where the passenger gets on initially, and the passenger reaches the bottom of the water pit. That's here. And then the passenger is halfway between the highest point of the screamer and the ground level. So that's here. So that's when you're here and here, basically. So there and there. And on the graph here, this is B, this is C, this is C, and this is A. Okay, it says the graph at right represents the height above the ground of a rider on the screamer. Draw a unit circle and mark each of the corresponding locations of the labeled points. Then describe where the rider is located at each of the points. Okay, so here's a unit circle. So this is a little past 90 degrees, so we'll say here. This is a little past 180 degrees, so that's here. And then that looks like 360, so that's here. So then this is one full rotation. B is just getting into the pit. And then A is, because remember it goes in like this direction. So just past the highest point. Okay, the graphs y equals log base 2 of x minus 1 equals y equals x cubed minus 4x has intersection points 2, 0, and approximately 1.187. So use that information to determine the solutions for that. So the solutions are the x values of the x. I'll write that down. Solutions to the equation, that one, are the x values of the points of intersection. So the solutions are x equals 2 and x equals 1.1187. Okay, it says use the sum or difference of cubes and what you already know about factoring to factor the following expressions as completely as possible. Okay, so here you can take out an x squared and then you get x cubed plus 8y cubed. And then that's x squared times x cubed plus 2y cubed. So it's a sum of cubes, so then it's x plus 2y, and then the first one squared, x squared, minus the 2 multiplied to each other, and then plus the last one squared, so plus 4y squared. Okay, and then that's the completely factored version. Okay, here you can't factor out anything, so then this is 2y squared cubed minus 5x cubed, right? Because 2 cubes 8, and then y squared cubed is y to the 6th. So then it's the first one minus the second one times the first one squared, 4y to the 4th, plus the 2 times each other, so 10xy squared, the 5 times 2, and then the xy squared, plus the last one squared, 25x squared. Okay, and then it says, Yi Ping is thinking about swimming across Red Leaf Lake. She knows that she can swim about 1,000 meters. She decides that she will feel more confident if she knows how far she'll have to swim. To determine the length of the lake, she puts posts at both ends of the lake, points A and B, and a third post as shown in the diagram at point C. Use this information to figure out or determine how far Yi Ping will have to swim across the lake. Should Yi Ping be confident that she'll be able to swim across Red Leaf Lake? Okay, so this is the how far she has to cross. And then that's 150. Okay.